to face questions going forward, and let's see if he answers them in the interest of transparency.
Greg, do you think that FBI Director Comey was trying to strike a balance in his head, that he thought that the verbal punishment that he was delivering in his statement before the conclusion would be enough to exonerate him from any blame that it was political?
I think so. I think the Republicans, especially tomorrow, should embrace Comey. He didn't just leave an impression on Hillary. He left a crater the size of Little Rock. I mean, he handed to the Republicans the roadmap to victory. He laid out every single flaw. And if you attack Comey on this, it's a mistake. You got to stick to Hillary. By the way, it would be hilarious to have a presidential candidate without a security clearance. That's like it's like Danica Patrick without a driver's license. You essentially make it so that they can't do their job. But I think that he did something. He did something he didn't have to do. I think at this point, if you could run a sack of potatoes with a wig against Hillary and beat her at this point, which is kind of what we're doing.
I think in some of the coverage, Eric, I was wondering what you thought about this.
Hillary.
Well, I was going to ask you about
Hillary. That was proof right there. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to ask you about President Obama's complicit in this scandal, I think, because they all knew that she was using this email address, and they didn't do anything about it.
Perhaps, yes. But also they had to know this recommendation was coming down this way. There's no way on Sunday or Monday President Obama says, I will meet with you. I'll fly you on Air Force One to North Carolina. We'll land, and I'll be standing next to you on a stage for our very first campaign event. If he doesn't know the recommendation hours earlier was going to be.
Have a good sense of it.
Yeah,
well, but they announced the trip the week before.
Yeah, but still, okay. Let me ask you this:
that morning, though, that campaign won't confirm yes or no. We're getting pushed back that he's not promised to appear. It was
the weather. We can't get on Air Force One because of the weather. They could have done anything if there was going to be a recommendation to indict. James Comey spent 15 minutes with this presentation. He did 3 or 4 minutes on, remember 3 areas, what we did, what we found, and what we recommend? 3 or 4 minutes on what we did. About 10 minutes on what we found. The vast majority of his time speaking was what we found. And that's bad for Hillary Clinton. And that plays right into what Greg is saying. The vast majority of what he said was campaign fodder for Donald Trump. And then the 1 to 2 minutes of, by the way, but we found all that. We're not recommending any sort of action, which I think is ridiculous.
And then a strange thing, Juan, is that that's really not his role. So he's the FBI. They finish the investigation, and they, correct me if I'm wrong, Kimberly, then they give it to the prosecutors, and they make a decision. But so basically, Comey took a bullet for the political appointees so that they didn't have to be the ones to suffer any fallout from it. So is he the hero to the left?
I don't know that he's the hero. I mean, Jim Comey's a Republican, but I think that what he did in his mind, I like the way that you posed the question to Greg. I think he felt he was taking responsibility. And, picking up on what Greg said, I think that what he did was he thought, look, I'm giving you the entire record, which indicates that Hillary Clinton behaved recklessly with classified or secure information. But I don't think that there's any evidence that she was disloyal to the United States, intended to send classified information, or somehow intentionally mishandled classified information. Therefore, in terms of the standard for prosecution, he said it's never been